So today I'll be showing how to use your add-on vehicles and make them spawn ambiently and show up in your garages in LSPDFR. So first things first, go into your OpenIV, and this is going to work with add-on vehicles or really any vehicles that you want, provided that you know their model names. So go into your mods folder, update, x64, DLC packs, and then these should be all your add-on vehicles. So if you're using modding pack 5 by Albo, your cars should be right here in your vehicles.rpf, right? If you need to find it, just pause the video and go down that file path. So these are all my add-on vehicles. So as you can see, News, Police 10, RHPD. So RHPD is what we're going to be looking at here. So it's important that you remember what the names of the vehicle models are. So RHPD and RHPD2 is what we're looking at today. So go into your main GTA 5 folder. So if you need to pause it and find the directory, this is usually where it's at. So once you're here in this main folder, go into your LSPDFR folder and then go into your data folder. In your data folder, you'll find a bunch of XML files like so. If you're using EUP configs, they will be inside your custom folder, but today we'll be looking at agency.xml, regions.xml, and backup.xml. So after watching this video, you should be able to edit it so that certain vehicles spawn for certain agencies in certain regions and can spawn as backup. And that's essentially the end goal. So because I use EUP, I'll be using agency.eup or agency_EUP backup and regions. So I have those files copied here, and that's what we'll be using today. So first things first, we go into agency_EUP, or if you don't have EUP, you just go into agency. They're both very, very similar files. The only real difference is what shows up under PEDs. So if you look at, for example, Los Santos Police Department, LSPD, right? So the vehicles that show up under LSPD usually are Police 2, Police 3, possibly Police 4, and that's usually about it. As you can see, I have Police 5, Police 6, Police 8, and Police 9. These are all add-on vehicles that are part of another DLC that I have downloaded. So really all you're doing is you're adding these tags, vehicle, and then the model name, followed by another tag with /vehicles. And you want to make sure that it goes in between vehicles and /vehicles. That's really all you're looking at. So let's go down to our HPD. So Rockford Hills Police Department is in EUP configs. So what I've done is I've put it here, and this is when you're essentially creating a custom agency. So what you want to do is you want to add vehicles and then put in your vehicle, as you can see, RHPD and RHPD2, and then /vehicles. Next things next, you want to make sure that these flags are there as well. And these flags basically control the actions that can happen with this agency. So it can respond as a transport. So once you've arrested somebody and you call for a prisoner transport, it means that they can transport it when you're using the vanilla LSPDFR function. It can also spawn as backup. So if you're in a local area, so for example, if you're in Rockford Hills and you hit local patrol, they will spawn as your backup. And then spawns ambiently just means that in the particular region that they've been assigned, you'll see them patrolling around. So if you need to pause, copy it exactly like so. Capitals where they should be, slashes where they should be, and that will allow you to spawn them. So if you wanted to add cars for your highway patrol, similar thing. I believe it's right here. So exactly. So for me, it's highway car 2, 3, 5, 9, 10, so on and so forth. All you're doing is you're just adding these tags. These will basically allow it to spawn in your garage, right? And SAHP should already have these flags, so there shouldn't be any other problem with it. And that's really all you have to do for agency. And at this point, these cars will spawn in your garage and they will spawn ambiently, and you should be able to register them. So now these vehicles are registered to that agency. Now here's the problem though. At this point, Rockford Hills hasn't been assigned a jurisdiction. It's just there, so it can really just spawn anywhere. And we're going to change that. So what you want to do is you want to go into your regions. Now, regions basically defines the jurisdictions for each agency. So Los Santos City is these particular regions in game. So as you can see, Vinewood, Vespucci, all these are various regions, and you can pick it out and you'll understand when you see them. Los Santos County has these regions, Blaine County has these regions, but I want to define a custom region so that RHPD can patrol it. So what you do is similar to the syntax that you have up here, you're going to do a region and then a name. So you can give this any name. I put something self-explanatory, Rockford Hills, and then / name. And then next line, you want to put zones. Notice the S. After that, you're going to put zone, and then this is ROCKF. Now that's the in-game definition for Rockford Hills, as you can see right here. And then you're going to hit /zone, close the zone bracket, and then close the region bracket. And at this point, you've defined a region called Rockford Hills. Now it's all good. Now you want to make sure that your agency is linked to your region. So going into backup units, as you can see, local patrol. So this is where you want to put it if you are defining a new local agency. So right here, you're going to put the name of your new defined region. So I chose Rockford Hills, so I'm going to put Rockford Hills, follow that by the agency. So agency, you're going to go ahead and look back at your agency.xml and whatever it has under script name. So let's see. Under script name, so it says RHPD all lowercase, and that's exactly what we're going to put here. RHPD. Close the agency and then close the region. And at this point, if you are in Rockford Hills and you call for a local patrol, the agency that will respond is RHPD. It's fairly simple, and now you've basically defined a custom region with a custom agency with custom vehicles. Another tip I have is when you're messing around with XML files, it's very, very easy to make an error forgetting a bracket or forgetting a slash, and you suddenly might have a wrong syntax and your XML file isn't going to work. So if you try to load into the game and you have a black screen with an infinite loading circle, odds are you have an XML error in one of these. So what you want to do is you would go into just Google an XML validation or XML checker, and you would just go ahead and copy paste an XML document here. So for example, we'll just check my EUP agency file, and we will just hit validate, boom, no errors. So if there are no errors and the model names and the agency names are all correct, there's no reason for this to not work. At this point, you have an agency that has custom vehicles, they spawn in the garage, they spawn ambiently, and they're assigned to a specific jurisdiction. Hopefully that answers all your questions about how to set up custom agencies and custom jurisdictions without having to use Jurisdictions Plus or any other external XML files.